I was about to say, yeah, is there another helicopter giving James Bond that video feed?
No cuts. No cuts.
Let's go.
Oh, the hair.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's getting
We
last.
didn't have to
No,
do
Marissa, we
this.
have to do this. This is great. I love this room.
It becomes hairless.
Oh my god.
I'm so nervous right now. I'm sweating so
Oh my
hard.
gosh. I don't think he
I'm in
looks.
physical pain right now.
Oh my God.
She's horrendous.
That's not nice.
I was being sarcastic.
You gotta look for the one that has a face like a pig, like you said.
Right.
Out of the way. No, sorry.
Or for me to
Sorry, I know I've been all over it.
Bond, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ernst Stavro Blofeld.
Blofeld.
They told me you were assassinated in Hong Kong.
Yes, this is my second life.
You only live twice, Mr. Bond.
Target passing over central Russia, approaching Mongolia. Track is as predicted.
Okay, David Zritsky for the Bond Experience, back with Marissa. How are you?
Hello. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
and this was very impromptu. We have to sort of go back and explain this. I had a hankering to watch You Only Live Twice for a long time,
Yes.
like weeks. And I noticed that you had just come back from Japan,
Mhm.
and we were going to be spending some Thanksgiving time together. And I thought, Japan, You Only Live Twice, hankering for a Bond film, Marissa talking about movies, and we're back.
And we're back and we're here.
And you just watched You Only Live Twice.
Yes, I did, and I thought it was fantastic.
Oh my gosh. See, I never know because we try not to talk too much, but we had a lot of family surrounding us, making jibes at the screen,
To be fair, I've never seen this movie before.
which is shocking to me.
Yeah, this is completely new to me. I think for me, I just skipped over it. It's funny because I've seen Diamonds Are Forever like 5 times,
Right.
but I've never seen this one. What?
Yeah, see, there's something off here.
There's something off here.
And you've watched the other Bond films. I mean, you've watched Dr. No, Thunderball.
I love Thunderball.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
shocked. And then I think you were further surprised when I told you who did the screenplay to this. And you're a fan of Roald Dahl.
I'm like a Roald Dahl super fan. I was like very like lightly obsessed with him as a child, and I mean it. In watching the movie, it makes sense though. It makes sense. He is all over this movie. So
Yeah.
much of his like common themes and flavors, which was like such a joy to watch.
I knew going into this that this is one of the more fantastical James Bond films. There's a lot of fantasy play here from what he does, from even the believability of him being Japanese, which we're gonna
Choices
talk
were
about.
made. Choices were made, and it was from a time.
Well, yeah. I mean, we could just end it there, but I do want to step back because now you've seen Connery in all different iterations. How does he measure up in this particular film versus the other Connery?
Like, it wasn't my favorite Connery of all time. I
Okay.
will say, I think I just don't, this, one way or another, I just feel like as Connery got older and older in the role,
Yeah.
the things I really liked about, like, Dr. No, like, the kind of, like, sort of smoky, spirited youthfulness, but not really, like, seemed
Yeah.
like evergreen age of,
Yeah.
like, always being, like, 37, 38. It just, like, at a certain point, you just don't feel that anymore, and you're like, ooh, that's gonna hurt the next morning. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And
no.
he's starting to get on that edge of being like, yeah, he probably felt done, right? He probably felt done.
This is so crazy because, and she's not, but you sound like a James Bond fan that's been a fan for 30 years because everybody talks about this film as a somewhat more tired Connery.
He's sleepy.
Well, you have to also understand, he was being hounded by the paparazzi now.
Oh, wow.
In Japan,
okay.
people were sneaking into urinals, following him, taking pictures of his lower GI tract. Like he was done with James Bond. So a lot of people say, they look at You Only Live Twice and they go, you know what? That is a tired actor. He is not into playing James Bond anymore. But I don't know. I still walk away thinking he's cool as a cucumber. He knows the right things to say. I'm still buying that he's James Bond.
Well, I'm still buying that he's James Bond.
Yeah.
I'm still
A sleepier one.
He's just sleepy. I also want to make a point with this. The last Bond movie that I personally have seen chronologically in my life was when I saw A View to Kill with You.
Which is wild.
So when we're talking about like older sleepy Bonds, does it get much older or sleepier?
I've basically given you both. I've given you the oldest Roger Moore and a relatively older Sean Connery too.
Right, exactly. So like, I guess for me, that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. So like, he didn't seem exhausted, but like, okay, I actually have a question for you about this.
Yes.
Then. So, okay, is any part of this somewhat autobiographical in terms of Sean Connery's experience? Did they add any of that? Because he is sneaking around in sort of like the rural part of Japan for some of this movie. Has to even go in disguise. Is any of that?
Oh, I see what you're saying, like trying to avoid the paparazzi and things like that.
How close did this movie hit to script? It's a Bond movie, so I have to imagine quite hard. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. I think the script was representative of parts of the book.
Okay.
So the book is replete with lots of Japanese moments. Some of those taken out of this, some of those taken from other books that Fleming wrote. But I will say this is the one where Bond fans step away from a Connery film and they go, this was a little tougher to accept. You know, the fact that he's Japanese, the fact that he's going up against a volcano layer of ninjas and bad guys. Just everything seems larger than life. But I will tell you, people like me who love Dr. No,
I was about to say,
who love
that's
Tomorrow
the Dr.
Never Dies.
Nowhere.
Yeah,
kind of.
Like even like, God forbid, like Die Another Day, which is crazy, Brosnan, and bombastic. I love the freaky fantasy. Like honestly, the reaction of everybody in the room just now. Yeah. You actually took it more serious than anybody else. Everybody laughing, my brother cracking up in the corner. Like, I kind of love those moments because it shows me like they're in the fantasy with me.
It's camp. Like, this movie is very campy.
Yeah.
But like, so like great camp. Like, camp, truly good camp, in my opinion, is when you see something and you're like, whoa, that's like a Fantasia, but oh my God, it looks so good.
Yeah.
Because this movie also looks really good. 99.9% of the time, it looks so good.
It looks so good. That is one thing, whether you love this film or you don't love this film, everybody tends to walk away and go, oh my gosh, the cinematography.
Yeah.
Like this looks
set design.
Set design. Especially with this crowd, your husband and my wife, they were so into the furniture. And I saw the furniture and the design almost for the first time because everybody else was appreciating it.
I mean, it's so sumptuous. Yeah. It's so beautiful. And they took so much time and like care with like the smallest things, even like the cactus near the piranha. Like everyone was kind of joking about that. I'm also like, they made that choice and it doesn't look cheap. Like nothing looks cheap. Everything looks expensive. And like, that's so cool that they cared so much about the set design of this movie.
All right, you ready for this?
Let's go.
We watched the same movie at the same time, right?
Absolutely.
What's the plot of the movie?
The plot of the movie. So.
I'm listening.
James Bond gets immediately offed in a Murphy bed.
I mean, you're telling me literally what happened.
Okay, well.
But what is the overall, like, what's the bad guy trying to do?
Blofeld's trying to get the USSR and the United States to go into war with each other.
Yes. So many people come away from that. By the way, you're picking up things left and right, as I knew you would. So many people walk away from this film and go, I don't get it. Is he just trying to capture ships and capture astronauts?
It's Blofeld.
He's trying to create havoc,
always.
Right?
Like, that's Blofeld likes to play with his toys and he likes to play with the little people on the chessboard. Like,
what did you say? Blofeld's going to beat...
Blofeld's going to Blofeld.
Blofeld's going to Blofeld.
Well, because, okay, also with context, we got like 65% of this movie, and you like
Yes.
went over to me and you're like, don't you think it's so cool how they haven't had the villain exposed yet? And I'm gonna be honest with you, when you told me that, I was like, oh, it's Blofeld. Okay.
Really? Oh, it went.
Yeah, because it's like, what other guy's been in these movies
That's
8
like
times?
But I do. So there's two things I really loved about the way the story unfolds.
Oh,
That's a little bit
100%.
different than other things. Number
Right.
one, as I mentioned to you, you see what Bond sees. So the audience is a little bit kept into the dark unless what Bond sees is revealed, like who the bad guy is. But that's the other thing.
Mm.
We are almost an hour and a half into a 2-hour film when the bad guy, the main bad guy, is revealed.
Great.
I think that's
Good.
unbelievable.
No, I think that's awesome. It ramps up tension
Yes.
so naturally.
Yeah.
Because you also a move like that on the screenplay makes you do things sometimes of like, why don't other screenplays just let the villain sit in like silence
Yeah.
for longer? Like, what's the point of
Yeah.
showing them earlier?
Agree.
It doesn't do much.
We've got to talk about sort of a little bit of an elephant in the room, but a positive one. You just came back from looked like a beautiful trip in Japan,
Yes.
and you just saw a movie that
Mhm.
takes place in Japan.
Yes.
Similarities, differences. Tell me about disconnects.
I will say one thing that really stood out to me specifically is that they love, as they should, lots and lots of neon shots in terms of like when they're actually in Tokyo, there's a lot of shots of skyscrapers with a blaring neon.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of also how I thought it was going to look growing up watching things like Ghost in the Shell, where
Blade
there's
Runner.
where they're just like, hey, by the way, Japan likes neon. And they still do.
Yeah.
They still do, but they also really like, classic screens.
Yeah.
So when I was like in Shibuya Crossing, I was like, oh, screens, a lot of screens. Screens as you're, going all around.
Yeah.
So
But there were rickshaws and there were
rickshaws. There were
Yeah.
rickshaws. There were definitely people still dressed up in traditional kimono and
Right.
yukata. There's a lot of similarities. Honestly, I thought there was a lot of similarities.
I did too.
Yeah, it hasn't changed that much.
No, it hasn't.
Still less. There's no guns.
We have to break things apart a little bit because a lot of people who are watching this right now, they have watched this a million times.
Mm.
We've got to talk about Bond girls because
Girls.
your mother-in-law, who was sitting right here, did get a little mixed up at first of like, oh, is that the woman? Is that the Chinese one? There were 2 Japanese women. Did they both get killed? Is one in a bikini? What did you think about the juggling act of Bond girls in this film?
I don't ever mind when there's like a duo or a trio.
Yeah.
That doesn't like.
It's the formula.
It's the formula. I like when I was like, oh, you're in here and you're also in here and you're also like, I'm fine with an exchange. We don't
Yes.
need to have a single Bond girl. That's more than fine.
Right.
I will say I didn't really mind it at all. I will say the last Bond girl who we can talk about impressed me the least. Kissy.
Stacy Sutton in You Only Live Twice?
No, like
in this film.
one. Yes.
I thought we were going back.
No, I think her name is Kissy.
Yes.
She impressed me the least. I thought Aki was amazing.
Yes.
I loved her. I loved her personality. I loved how like witty she was.
Yeah.
I liked their chemistry, which was like kind of impressive to me,
Yes.
given that
Quickly, too.
language was like stilted between both of them.
Yeah.
But she died.
Yeah.
Which so it goes.
By the way, again, this is so uncanny because other Bond fans have watched this and they never like Kissy. Even though Kissy's supposed to be the main, taking the mountain, taking the hill they don't like her. She's just kind of useless.
With like all due respect to the actresses, I will say I thought her acting was a little like doe-eyed and stilted.
Doe-eyed.
She's just sort of like blinking owlishly, like right off the screen.
SOS.
Yeah,
Help
and
me. Yeah.
Whereas Aki seemed very much more naturalistic, which is just a choice.
Mhm.
That's just an acting choice that didn't work for me.
She's very sexiful.
She is very sexful. the with shot had her legs like this. I was like, all right.
By the way, one of my favorite characters, and I love the ancillary sort of not quite a good guy, not quite a bad guy, helpers or support of James Bond. Tiger Tanaka. I really think he's a
What a
great,
homie.
interesting character.
I loved him. He was great.
Did you?
Yeah, of course I did. Because I also felt like
Yes, I did.
in that scene where you meet him for the first time, it was one of those like beautiful, like will they, won't they? Is he an enemy? Is he an anti-hero? Like, who? Like, it's so early in the film that I don't know who this guy is, but like, he's a good actor.
He's very good.
He's a great actor.
He's very good,
and he's very charismatic. And it's like Sean Connery, for the first time in the movie, I think, really bracing up against like genuine charisma, like masculine charisma. And I don't know if the movie like realized how much power that he actually had, but like this is maybe a hot take, but I actually think that Tiger is the most attractive person in this movie.
Wow.
Sorry.
No, I
sorry to Sean Connery.
But even when Tiger's like on the island of, you know, the fishing women and things like that, he's got this cool. And by the way, there are other Bond films where Felix Leiter, for example, like in Dr. No, he's almost as cool and as good looking and charming. And sometimes I know the producers have been a little nervous about that the audience is going to be like, ooh. But
who's that?
But in this day and age, I would have to agree. Tiger Tanaka is cool as shit.
He's super cool.
And I love his role. And he's also just, even in his one-liners, they tend to land better than Bond's.
Yes, I completely agree. And he also, his interior design sense,
oh my gosh,
incredible. Yes. You go into his office and you're like, absolutely, sir. Who did you hire?
Everybody in the room, and there were quite a few in this room, was screaming at the camera about the sets and the TVs, and your husband was going gaga over the lighting.
He loved that. Oh my God, he wanted those. He wanted those like little like beautiful round lights.
Yeah, the big brass lamp TV things.
That aged so well. Like
yeah,
all of that.
And you were still in the early mid 60s type thing. You were still getting that mid-century modern. It was very natural.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, the bulk of everything was that. But Ken Adams, who designed this set and many others, this is the movie when everybody says, so what has Ken Adams done in the... You go back to this movie.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, even Blofeld's Lair with the piranha.
Oh
like that bridge and everything was just perfect.
I know, like people in our room like audibly like moaned.
Yes.
It was like visceral. And I get it. Like even with like, they didn't have to go so hard with those like draperies and that giant like oil painting. It's just like, you are like going crazy.
It's bonkers.
In a good way. Like, I love that.
Very
I love the attention to
Dahl.
detail. It's so, I will say this, not to like be disparaging of like 2025, but it is, I was watching it and I was like, why don't they make movies look like this anymore? Yeah. It's so frustrating.
And Roald Dahl, as part of the screenplay, I know that he's very much into fantasy vehicles, fantasy creatures, and things like that. Little Nelly, I've got to ask you, from a James Bond gadget, helicopter, what did you think of that?
I thought it was like such a really interesting choice that I like absolutely loved.
Yeah.
Like
everybody does.
Let's unpack this. I think that when he goes into Little Nelly, he looks like a goober. Like he looks like
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you, for my audience, which age ranges all over the board, what is a goober?
A goober is like a silly guy. He's just being, it's just like a silly, goofy little clown boy. Like, you know, like, And so.
With the helmet.
Yeah. It's not exactly like him, like, diving into an Aston Martin.
Yeah.
He's like hunched up like this.
He's not looking very sexiful.
No, he's not looking sexiful, but like, it doesn't really matter. And I like the movie more because he made that choice.
Yeah.
Maybe not like as a, ooh, James Bond is hot, but maybe more as a like, ooh, James Bond is like doing something I've never seen before, which is super cool. And I will say also, like, eat your heart out, Top Gun, for that like helicopter dogfight sequence. That was great. That was sick.
And everybody in the room was flipping out when I told them that Ken Wallace, who was the guy that actually, you know, piloted that, did it for real.
I believe it.
Like,
because
which
it's
is amazing.
Zippy. It's so zippy.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the editor of this movie is, but like they did a great job with this movie.
Wow.
I thought the cutting and where things landed to keep like tension ramped up in the right places was excellent.
I have to ask you about a particular trope because people are all over the board with this. People either love the music because it's very culturally appropriate. It's got that, you know, ding, 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 ding. And then other places, and I heard a couple people even call out during the movie that the music seems inappropriate for a fight scene or an air flight or something like that. But unpack the music for me because it's such an important part of a Bond film.
I will say I didn't care for the music in this movie.
Oh, okay.
I really didn't. It's unfortunate because I think that there's so many Bond movies that get the music right.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
more often than not, it's usually pretty good.
Yeah.
And so
And not here.
it just like a weird kind of mismatch in tones. Like when he's on the rooftop, and God, that's a good shot.
That's a great shot, isn't
when
it?
when he's at the
big fight scene.
at the shipyard.
Yeah.
That's such a good scene.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could think of when I was watching that is that like the plinkiness of the music sounded almost like Spanish guitar, like a staccato Spanish guitar, like a Catalina. And I was like, what is this tonally? And it was also, again, a one-shot aerial shot that I had never seen in a Bond movie before.
Yeah, very unique.
Very unique. And I'm like, why is this is this supposed to like get my energy up?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I feel transported to Spain. I don't, but like it was a choice. I can see why people like it though, because it is so specific, I think.
It is. And it's it's got a unique value proposition for this movie. Like when you hear You Only Live Twice, the song itself by Nancy Sinatra or any of the accompanying music, even the when they're in space, that's a very identifiable musical compendium that Bond fans recognize. The na, 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 na,
Yeah, that was fine.
Na, na, na,
Oh, yeah.
na. Like it's slow and methodical. That works because
Well, of
its
course,
space
but that's
is
already
slow and
existing
methodical.
Bond theme. I had heard that. I've heard that theme before.
Very good.
It's not that.
She is so scary and so attuned. Yeah, but really, it's like
It's
you're like an old soul.
it's the fact that it's when the Bond theme that is so iconic and
Right.
almost in every Bond movie butts up against something that is so tonally different that it
Yeah.
feels completely disparate, and you so badly that like multiple people in the room notice it. That's usually when it means like, oh, maybe that didn't actually
100%.
land.
All right, let's sort of give this a nice little wrapper because one of the things we've done is we've split atoms. We've split these things into pieces and silos to talk about this. We just watched a film, and you and I do like to talk about the aspects of a film, but we've
Sure.
also got to talk about the film as a whole watching enjoyment. Talk to me about just the whole film to itself. What did you think of this? And also talk to me about it in the alignment of the other Bond films that you've seen. Where maybe does it stack for you?
Oh, interesting. This is definitely in the higher range, I would say. I would say higher range.
Yeah.
I need to kind of like, I think about how I would want to stack them up.
Let it sit. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, maybe I would say in like my top 10.
Okay.
I'd say in like
That's
the six
impressive.
sevens. In the 6 7s.
6, 7.
In the
Six,
in the
seven?
6 7s.
Did
I
you-
don't. No, I actually
you-
didn't. I
did
don't
you-
get that joke. Someone in the comment section, please explain
She's
it to
too
me.
old for that joke.
I'm
6,
too
7,
old.
6, 7. But all right, so it's pretty high up there. If it's in
Yes.
the top 007, let's say,
Yeah.
of your films.
Yes, it would say that. And I also think in general, for me, this movie, despite having flaws, this movie is not perfect.
Right.
In any way, shape, or form, I think it kind of knows that. But I also think that what is so good about it is breathtakingly good.
Yeah.
Like you cannot deny it good. And so it does any of its flaws of Sean Connery being tired, of maybe the things that didn't age well in the movie, is somewhat bolstered by incredible set design, production design, cinematography, editing, and honestly, like directing as well.
I want to give you credit because number one, I think every time I see this film, like really take a moment, not to screen it, not to look at my phone and watch this film, not to, do other work or vacuum or whatever, but to sit down like this and really concentrate on the film. I like this film more. I do think today it was enhanced with, I looked over you several times and you looked thrilled and you were taking it very seriously, amidst even all the crack ups in the room. But I'll say that there were 3 things that really stood out for me that I really enjoyed this time. Number one, Connery. Like as much as people ding him for maybe being a little bit tired, I really felt like he was hitting on all the tropes of James Bond, the snarky one-liners, the woman thing. And I still felt like it's badass Bond.
Oh yeah.
But the
it
one
is.
thing that really stands out for me, besides the exotic nature of this is it is a man on a mission.
Yeah.
Like, this is a film that focuses on James Bond on a mission
Yeah.
and not 500 other things and the Scooby Gang and 9 other bad guys. It's like, it's James Bond and all the characters exist for him.
I completely
love
agree.
that.
No, I think that's a great point. I definitely I love an A plot. An A plot that just goes straight down
What's
the
an
middle.
A plot mean?
So sometimes in stories there's A plots,
Okay.
the B plots and C plots.
Got
a
it,
good
got it.
example I like to do is The Last Jedi, where Rey is on the island. That's the A plot.
Okay.
Then they're also doing the casino.
Oh, yeah.
Fourth thing,
Yes,
B plot, C
yes.
plot. This movie just has an A plot. It has an A plot and it goes straight. It's just a fast bell going 95 miles an hour. That's it. That's all you want. And honestly, we like hamburgers and hot dogs. Like, it's good to have things that are like.
I'm still getting over the fact that you used Last Jedi to describe A, B, and C plots.
I mean, they're so distinct, those plots.
I
And
just got an F plot with Last Jedi. It all failed. No, I'm sorry.
that movie gets.
That's for a different day.
That's the
So-
next watch along.
So overall, you would say job well done.
Yes.
It's a film that, 5 years down the line, someone says, tell me, did you like You Only Live Twice? You're going to go, yes.
Oh yes, 100%. 100%.
Love it.
Yeah, I would recommend this movie to honestly most people, and I definitely in a group setting.
You know what that means? That means
What?
for Thanksgiving, we did not get a turkey of a Bond film.
Wow, that was really good.
All right.
Did you like premeditate that one?
Oh, I was just waiting the whole time. I was waiting 24 minutes for that.
Just waiting 24 hours for that.
Damn it. Marissa, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll break up another film. You know it because you love Marissa. Whenever she's here, she'll be back. But in the meantime, we got to go eat some pie. So this has been David Zarinsky for The Bond Experience. We'll see you all real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching The Bond Experience. If you like what you saw, why don't you subscribe to the channel by clicking this button right here. We'll keep you up on everything new that's happening in the world of Bond. And speaking of something new, here's something new just for you because we know you so well. Talk to you soon.